Hey everybody, welcome to this video today. Super excited to share this shaker page. I don't know what else to call it. I am in the mood for Christmas. I know it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but let me explain. So I'm in the mood for Christmas because everybody everywhere is like making Christmassy stuff. But here's the thing, I've kind of put this off a little bit because I do love being in the season. I love November. It's the month of gratitude. I have a Project Gratitude video out there and prompts to fill out and respond to every day. Totally doing that. You all need an update to that. Loving that so much. I love Thanksgiving. I love so many aspects of Thanksgiving, and that is just right around the corner. But, you know, we have the privilege of making whatever we want. So today I'm making, yes, a page inside my December album. I do keep a December album. You've all heard of December Daily. Well, I keep a December album. I do try to add into it daily stories, but you know, there's the play aspect too. So today I want to share this page with you. It's a little shaker page, and it's like, I was wanting to call it Embellished Cluster on steroids because the clustering is real. I'm going to show you start to finish exactly how to make this page. Oh, but I have one little caveat before we get started. One more little thing. I don't know what happened. My audio went a little south, so my apologies beforehand, but you still can hear me very clearly and you still can see what it is that we're making today. Okay, as I shared in our introduction, I am just super eager to make the first page to this year's December album. And don't even ask me if I finished last year's yet, because I won't answer you. I'll get to that. It's just, boy, that always happens, huh? And it's always figuring out, okay, how can I just simplify this just a little bit? Well, I'm going to simplify today by going ahead and making this page that is in my head. Okay, so I am going to use these, what are they called? Die cut pieces, chipboard, and they're adhesive on the back. So what I need to do here, I pretty much have already decided that I need, but those are about the same size. I want this size. And what I'm going to do is build a wreath around it, if you will. But I decided because it's white, I am going to need to go ahead and give it some color. So I've just grabbed, what is this? Rustic Wilderness is the color. I am just going to go ahead and add some color to these. Probably could paint these as well. I don't have this in paint. Okay, add that to cart because, you know, paint would probably be a bit more effective. My plan is to cover these pretty good, so I'm not too concerned that they're still kind of light. It is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So let me get this next one finished here, and then we'll do our next step. Okay, what I'm going to do next is take one of these, super cool that they have adhesive at the bottom. I'm going to lay it over this piece of acetate. I put this white piece of paper here on the table just in hopes that maybe you can see that acetate a little better. Okay, and then all I need to do is trim this. So I want to not only build this wreath, but I want to create a shaker in the middle. Shakers are just like, I'm seeing them everywhere. I'm not a huge shaker girl, but you know what? Maybe we should be. Maybe we should be shaking it up a whole lot more in the future. Okay, the next thing I need to do, since I am building a shaker, is I want to use foam adhesive to build that up. Now, what I have here is the new, this is from ScrapbookCom. It's a 3mm height of foam. This is in my gift guide if you haven't seen that video yet. And what I want to show you, if I can get this in focus for you, is it's a pretty good thickness. And so that's why I'm choosing to use it. Now what I'm going to do here is, I have, just by virtue of this particular chipboard, I have a couple of different sizings going on here. So I'm going to line this up. Even if I have some hanging over the edge, I'm going to be okay with that. Because what I think I want to do then, I'll just come in and trim that on this outer edge. Okay, I just want to make sure that's, I think that's good. Okay, so this one side here, it fit perfectly. That'll fit perfectly too. These two other sides, it's not going to fit perfectly. So I need to come in here and just trim that down. And I'm doing that with my utility knife. I think it's going to give me a nice, well, I say that, it's going to give me a nice clean cut, and then I don't. So we'll come back in here, scissors, and clean that up. And actually, it doesn't totally matter how much that's showing over the edge. You're going to see here in a minute as we start adding the wreath to this, how that is going to sort of naturally be hidden. So I'm going to finish this up on these other two sides. Okay, for this next part, we're going to be adding in the sequins, hence the shaker part. So what I've done is, since I know I'm going to layer this on acetate paper, I already have my acetate paper ready to go, my piece of acetate. I have this ready to go. My foam has not been revealed yet. The backer pieces are still on there. I'm going to grab this Picket Fence Christmas Flurries because I'm using, I don't know if I've said this or not, I'm using 49 & Market's Christmas Spectacular, and I thought these worked pretty good to match and complement this particular little paper collection here. I also have this, I don't even know how old this is, I don't even know how long I've had it. They're huge clear sequins. I just wanted to add a couple of those in there just because they have a bit different size, and I just wanted to kind of shake it up a little bit. Did you see what I did there? How fun are these? I got little Christmas trees in them and like these little jewels. So it's good that I used that 35mm because I've added a little bit of depth in here. Now, here comes the little kind of tricky part. I need to now gently take off the backer to my frame here. So I'm not going to move this at all. You can see that guy. I don't know how he did that. He just went right for it. Okay, so far so good. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to shake it. I keep doing it. So I'm going to try to get these guys back down there and get us back into business here, taking off the backer paper and cute little green stars. Can you tell I don't do this a lot? I am sure you are all sitting in front of your screen gently speaking into, Jamie, do it like this. Jamie, no, 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 no. Do it like this. Okay, we're going to love that. We're going to let that be. I still think it's just going to look just fantastic. It's not like I don't have enough shakers in there. I have a lot of shaking going on in there. I just don't want these big pieces because they are chunky. Chunky, chunky. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to line this up right here in the middle of my work mat. So I just have a nice, so I know that it's nice and even. I'm going to bring it all the way down here to this bottom edge. Okay, so I have it lined up here as evenly as possible. I'm going to take my acetate, I'm going to line it. I kind of want it, oh, it's, you know, living at 7,000 feet, like the air is thin and nothing stays where it's supposed to. I'm just going to lay that right over Press it down. Did you hear me not breathe for a minute? Yeah, I stopped breathing for a minute. Oh, that is fun. I hope it's straight. I don't think it's going to totally matter because this is what we're going to do next. Okay, next we're going to make the wreath. I'm going to make the wreath. You're not here, so it's only me making it. I have pre-cut several foliage, wintry foliage pieces. Tim Holtz dies, some ScrapbookCom dies. I can link everything below if you have any interest whatsoever. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with the clear craft glue and adding just a bit at the bottom. I'm going to kind of come in with these larger pieces first, hoping they're not too big. That could be a thing. They could maybe be too big. And just kind of move around the frame. I'm going to do this lighter color first. I'm going to try and attempt to tuck the stems back underneath the previous stem. We'll see how that goes there. Now this one I'm going to have exposed on top because I have this, and it's kind of torn. You can see the white core. This is some ScrapbookCom paper. Some of this is, what is it? 49 Market, the foundations for Christmas Spectacular. There's a couple of different things at work here. Whoops. So just going to be going round and round on this. Round and round and round we go until I'm basically happy with it. This is where we play paper florist. That's what I call it anyway. And I think I'm going to like it. And I believe if I have too much foliage here in the middle, I can maybe just move it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just go ahead and tuck that back for now and not have it right there. And then another thing I'm going to do as well, you see I have the red that I cut. I'm going to lay that in at the end. And some of these didn't cut wonderfully, only because, there's always a reason why. The 49 Market paper is, I think someone told me it's 100-pound paper. That is really thick paper for some detailed dies. So those I'm just going to have to kind of hide and don't tell anybody that they're there and that they're showing some of their paper. I think I'm going to pull that stem off. But the other thing I was going to say is, I know every time I come in here I move the one I just put in place, and I definitely don't want to get glue on my acetate, so I do need to be a little bit more careful about my approach here. The 49 Market has these laser cuts. There's one in here. I mean, they don't have any white edge border to them, and I thought these were going to be pretty in here, and I'm probably going to use foam dots to adhere that into place. So basically you're just adding in and adding in. It's kind of no fail. You just can't totally go wrong here when you're adding these kinds of things. Add in some different colors of cardstock. I have different greens that are going in here, and I'm going to go ahead and just lay that there because I have that little white part there and I don't want it there forever. Now these are some much smaller pieces. I kind of saved them for last. But having the different colors gives you more interest instead of it all just being one colorway. And this is going to bring some extra interest into it too, whatever I add from that as well. So let's just finish this up here. I'm super happy how this turned out. I'm still letting it dry. If you're wondering what's going on the back of it, I'm going to add that other piece of the frame just right exactly to the back of it. So you're seeing it looks just as good, right? Because the back of the paper isn't white, it's all colored. I'm glad this turned out. Sometimes you just don't ever know, right? And this one worked for me. Okay, so I just want to add a couple more things here. This time I'm grabbing the 2mm foam tape because I don't want this super popped up. I've got a lot of height already going on here with my wreath. I'm going to tuck this kind of in here behind a couple of these a little bit, just like that. Let me see what that looks like in the back. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Oh, I was looking for this guy. He disappeared from me. There he is. He goes in here somewhere. I'm not sure where he's going yet. I'll figure that out. Then I'm going to repeat that again here with this label. I thought the red label would be a good pop here against all the green. So I'm going very traditional with my colors this year, kind of on purpose. Last year I did a lot of the teals and the bluish hues, which I love. I'm feeling very, very traditional. The whole theme of everything from home for the holidays to comfort and joy is really what's kind of guiding my making this year. Probably because I have every one of my people home this year, and it's been 2 years since that happened. So I'm just feeling very nostalgic. I'm feeling very traditional. I'm feeling very home-centric, which is what Christmas is about all the time. How pretty is this postage washi? I always anymore, it's not even a question, when 49 and Market comes out with a new collection, I will grab the postage every time. It's so pretty. And I think I'm just going to pop it right here. And I'm going to see if that just works, kind of leaving that hanging out. What do you think? Oh, I love it. Hey, it's a shaker, guys. I will add my holes. It's going to be the opening page to my December album using the black velvet 6x8. And that is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me, telling me, Jamie, do it this way, Jamie, do it that way. I like it. All right, let me know if you have any questions. See you in the next video.